So today I am outside of the Goodwill in Plymouth, Minnesota. It's Wednesday again, it's senior day, and this particular Goodwill is right next door to Fresh Time. I am headed to Fresh Time, that was my destination, and on Wednesdays they have double sale day. So what was ever on sale last week and what's ever on sale this week, you get both of them on one day. So that was my intent, to head to Fresh Time, but I want to pop into Goodwill and show you what's inside and maybe find something we can flip for a profit. So as you enter the Plymouth Goodwill, just like the one in Minnetonka, Minnesota, you'll see that they pull out what they deem to be the little nicer things and put them up in the front area. But I noticed that there were things that were very similar to that little square vase that was throughout the store. So I'm not sure how it ends up here or who determines it ends up here. Oh, I had a big fight with this piece. I popped it in my cart. The reason I did is that there was a signature on the bottom of it. It looked unique. I spent so much time trying to find the artist and trying to find out if that was valuable. I don't know what it was, and as you'll see, I found a second, so I had a pair of them. And again, it wasn't with this section, so that wasn't, the other one I found wasn't deemed valuable, and that one was. So I'm not sure, maybe this is just the prettier things that they pop up in the front here. That vase that I put in my cart reminded me of Beetlejuice, and I was going to market it as Beetlejuice. I ended up at the end putting it back. I'm trying to be very selective in what I pick. Like I have said in prior videos, my very, very, very favorite way to shop is church rummage sales. And here in Minnesota, that only happens in the warm summer months, and it is just going to be starting now. I was asked in several of the videos when I mention it, I find the church rummage sales just through the bigger churches around me. I go directly to their websites. I put them in my calendar, and then I'll look back from the last summer and see about when it was that I popped into the sales that I liked. I'll go to the church websites and see if they're running another sale again. Most of them are. Some of the ones near me, one of my favorite ones, decided it was just too much work to prepare for it, and then not only to prepare, but to get rid of the items that don't sell. So that's the way I find them, and it's my favorite way to shop at the end of the weekend. Most often on a Saturday, they'll do a fill-a-bag sale, and that's what I love to do. Better than the bins, better than the Goodwill or Savers, fill-a-bag sale, because the things that I tend to gravitate for maybe aren't what everyone else does. There's plenty for all of us. So don't worry about giving away your secrets and telling others where you're going and what you're doing. There's enough for all of us. And it's okay if someone else finds something that is a good item. It's okay. We're all gonna help each other out here. So the items that I found today were a little bit higher again. This particular store, the shelves are pretty well stocked, but I find this store in Plymouth, Minnesota is a little bit higher and not as great of inventory as my all-time favorite one in Minnetonka, which is across from Ridgedale, right next door to the Hobby Lobby. And if you head to that particular location in Minnetonka, you should head down County Road 101 again into Minnetonka and stop at Able Light. That's a community-based thrift store. That's on the intersection of County Road 101 and Highway 7, next to the Cub Foods and a little strip mall next to Crumble Cookies. Gotta stop at Crumble Cookies. That one is that is my all-time favorite thrift store, is Able Light. I love their mission. I love their inventory. That and the Minnetonka one, in my opinion, are the two best thrift stores in the western suburbs of Minneapolis. So I'm going to let you shop around a little bit with me, and I'll show you what I picked up. I'm going to set this video to music like I usually do, and then I'll pop in and chat with you about some of the things that I found. Okay, here's that second one. What is this? I carried them around, and spoiler alert, I left them behind. They were only $3.99. It was senior day, 25% off. This was a beautiful plate. I had that one. You'll see my cart. It's full. Oh, I was going to put it back. Maybe I'll look at it. That was a gorgeous plate. And had there been more of them, I might have taken that one home. You'll see that I stopped midway through and I went over to where the furniture was and I checked comps. Checking comps means I look on eBay and I search for the item and check comparables, not just what's listed, but I also look, most importantly, at if it has sold. And the sold listings are within the last 90 days. That's another indication. If you don't see any sold within 90 days, there's a good chance that you're going to hang on to it for a while. So if there are 4 listed and then you go to the solds and there's 5 sold, that's an amazing sell-through rate, meaning as fast as they come in, that's as fast as they go out, even better. So that's a really good pickup. But if you see 48 listed and 3 sold, that's again what's known as a sell-through rate. You don't want to pick that up. So it doesn't matter what people list items for. What matters is when they sold, the sell-through rate, how many sold, and also a strategy that I use for reselling is you don't always need to be the highest one there. Unless it's a really unique item, you might want to put yourself in the middle. Or if you just want to get rid of it, you want to be the least expensive one. Because when you think about it, oh, there's more things that I picked up and put back when I went and checked comps. You don't want to hang on to it forever. And if you're like me and you're looking online shopping, you're going to search often lowest to highest. I would imagine that's what other people do too. So if you're searching lowest to highest, you don't really need to be the highest one listed because everybody else is going to sell before you most often, unless that's where importantly the pictures come in. If yours is looking really good and you have a good healthy store and you have good feedback, people may want to spend a few dollars more. You don't want to upcharge on the shipping. I use calculated shipping. And that way, if it goes, we're in Minnesota, if it goes somewhere in Minnesota, it's going to cost less than if it goes to California. It's calculated by the weight. I weigh everything. And then I could do a whole video on that. I've done a few, but let me know if you want more details. But the price is important. If you have a low buy-in rate, if you're shopping at church rummage sales, fill-a-bag sales, senior day, your items don't cost that much to begin with. So here's where I came across an entire section of glass and crystal. I want to put up some screenshots of Waterford, what the Waterford markings look like. I put down my camera and I spent a good amount of time lifting up all of these items, looking for that Waterford marking. I found them. I found candlesticks mixed in with all of the other glass and crystal. So take a peek at those Waterford markings so that you familiarize yourself with those. And here's where I rounded the corner and came across this book. I paid $2.24 with my senior discount. It was beautiful. I saw that the cover was gorgeous. This has happened before. I've taken them apart and I have sold the book separate of the cover. So when you come across unique, interesting books like that just hanging out on the shelves, don't be afraid to take them apart and sell those pieces separately. So this is where we end. I gravitated right away to that gorgeous pink little globe. And then the hardcover vintage book with that gorgeous red leather cover that I'm going to sell separately. So I hope this gives you a little insight into the kind of things that I gravitate towards and pick up. And then a lot of it I just chose to left behind. So if any of that interested you, head over to the Plymouth Goodwill. I hope that it's there for you. Outdoor things, love picking up things for our yard at thrift stores. Do it all the time. So hope that helped you.